everyone. Today we will discuss about a topic from microbiology. This is your Koch's postulates. All the microbiology students knows about this Koch's postulate. So what is this Koch's postulate? Robert Koch, as a microbiologist or a scientist, was derived in 1885, given 4 postulates. Okay, which is called Koch's postulate. About what? About the microorganisms and the disease, the relationship between the microorganism and the disease. Okay, so there are 4 criteria or 4 postulates derived by Robert Koch. So to know this Koch's postulate, I am giving you a simple example which will help you to understand this Koch's postulate. So the example is, when you going to apply for a job, that is a job and you are going to apply for a job. Okay, and to apply this job there are some criteria. You know, all the jobs have some criteria to fulfill to apply this job. So here is a job and a person going to apply this job to cybercam, and the criteria to apply this job are: first one is you should have to be graduate. That means you need this job need a graduation certificate. Okay, then it need a computer certificate. You have the skill of computer, then it's need a computer certificate, and then it's need a valid email ID. Okay, there is a email ID also need, and then a valid phone number also. So these are 4 criteria which are need for the apply of this job. If a person having all these criteria or fulfill all these criteria, then he should apply this job. So what is the relationship between this example with Koch's postulate? Okay, you know the microorganisms. Okay, all the microorganisms present in the earth are not disease causing agents. Okay, when and how we will call a microorganism a disease causing agent? How we will call it? If this microorganism fulfill or obey the 4 criteria or postulates of Koch, then it will call a disease causing agent. Here is a microorganism and there are 4 criteria. 4 criteria. If this microorganism obey these 4 criteria, it will call a disease causing agent or a causative agent, and this causative agent will cause your disease. So in the Koch's postulate we will study these 4 criteria and what is the relationship between the causative agents and the disease. Okay, so the Koch's postulate given the idea. There are 4 criteria in the Koch's postulate. So the Koch's postulate is 4 criteria which is designed to establish the relationship between a microbe or microorganism with a disease. Okay, here the Koch's postulate. It's 4 criteria which So the Koch's postulate has 4 criteria which designed to establish the causative relationship between microbes and a disease. Okay, what is the relationship between a microbe or microorganism and a disease? That means a particular microorganism or a specific microorganism causing a specific disease. The relationship between the disease and the microorganism, and these postulates are derived by Koch after a experiment. Koch actually studied on an experiment. Then he put forward the postulates or the criteria. There are 4 criteria. So what is this experiment? In 1885, Koch studied a disease about anthrax. You know the disease anthrax, which was given to, or which was occurred in the body of cattle or sheep. You know, in some cases, very rarely found in the human body. So in 1885, Koch studied the disease anthrax in the body of a cattle. Okay, and this anthrax disease was caused by the microorganism, you know, Bacillus anthracis. Okay, so firstly Koch taken a infected cattle which was infected by anthrax. There is a cattle infected in anthrax. It is a cattle which is infected by anthrax or infected by your Bacillus anthracis. Anthrax caused by microorganism or pathogen Bacillus anthracis. Then what happened? In the body of this affected cattle, Koch isolated blood. Some blood sample he isolated from the body of this infected cattle. He isolated some blood. Some blood sample. Okay, he isolated some blood sample. Okay, then from this blood sample, he isolated the microorganisms. He found some microorganisms from this blood sample. He found some microorganisms. Isolated some microorganisms. Okay, then he saw these microorganisms microscopically. Okay, focused on a microscope, and also saw that all the microorganisms are looking similar. All are similar in look. So microscopically, similar. These microorganisms are looking very similar in microscopically. Then he grew this microorganism in a pure culture media. Artificially, he grew the microorganisms in pure culture media. In the laboratory. Okay, in the laboratory, he grew this microorganisms in a pure culture medium. Okay, found in pure culture medium. Then this cultures or this pure cultures was injected to a experimentally susceptible animal which was healthy. Experimentally injected, this pure culture are injected to an experimental animal. Experimental animal which was healthy. Okay, this microorganism are injected to an experimentally healthy animal to see if this microorganism causing the anthrax. Then what he saw, the healthy animal giving the sign and symptoms of the infected animal, that means the disease of anthrax. He noticed that this experimentally healthy animal giving the sign and symptoms of disease anthrax. Then it get infected. And after that, he isolated the microorganism from the infected animal. Microorganism from the infected animal. After that, these microorganisms are also seen in microscope, and we found that these microorganisms are completely quietly similar to the microorganisms he was isolated from the first infected cattle. Okay, and so that this microorganism which causing the anthrax is the same microorganism which causing in the first one anthrax. Okay, and from this experiment he derived his postulates. So firstly he took a anthrax infected cattle, then he removed some blood samples, then isolated the microorganisms from the blood sample. After that he saw it in microscopically, then these are microscopically similar. After that the microscopically seen these microorganisms are grew in a culture media, then it was injected to a experimentally susceptible animal, then this animal get infected and the microorganism isolated from the infected animal is also similar to the first one. Okay, first one which microorganism caused anthrax in the first cattle. So from this experiment he derived his postulates. So it is the relationship between the disease and the causative agent. So from the postulates we will found what is the relationship between them. So what are the postulates? There are 4 postulates or 4 criteria derived by Koch. So first one is the second one is I am writing all the postulates, then I will describe this. The third one is the fourth one. pure culture media okay. Here are the 4 postulates derived by Koch. So the first one is a specific microorganism is always found in association with a given disease. That means a specific microorganism, a particular specific, a common microorganism is always responsible for causing a particular disease. That means a specific microorganism can cause a specific disease. Okay. Second one is the microorganisms can be isolated and can be grow in pure culture media in laboratory. Okay. So the disease causing the specific microorganism which cause the specific disease. This microorganism can be isolated from the body of the infected person and can be grow in the laboratory. Artificially you can grow it in pure culture media in the laboratory. Third one is the pure culture media. The microorganism which is purely cultured will produce disease when inoculated to a experimentally susceptible animal. This microorganism which is cultured, okay, in the pure media, which pure culture media which was grew, this microorganism, when we will inject this microorganism into a experimentally susceptible animal, to a healthy animal's body, it will cause the same disease. Okay, this particular microorganism can cause this same disease. Okay, and fourth one is it is possible to recover the microorganisms in the pure culture media from the experimentally susceptible animal. The fourth one is when we found the second one, the experimentally healthy animal, when we found this one is infected, so from this infected animal we will also recover the same microorganism which is found in the first one. Okay, these are the 4 postulates of Koch, okay, about the relationship between your causative agent and the disease. So there are 4 criteria when we call a microorganism a causative agent. This should be follow these 4 criteria. That means it will cause a particular disease, then it can be isolated and it can be cultured in media, artificial in the laboratory. Then this microorganism can cause the same disease in another body. Lastly, this from this similar body or from this infected animal, this microorganism can be recovered in the culture media. Okay, if the microorganism follows these 4 criteria or 4 postulates, it will call a causative agent. Okay, so these are the 4 postulates of Koch, and these postulates are not correct, completely not correct. There are some exceptions of the Koch postulate also. So what are the exceptions? Okay, from the first one I am telling you. In the first postulate, Koch said that a specific microorganism will cause a specific disease. That means a particular microorganism will cause a particular disease. But in the modern microbiologically, we know that a single microorganism can cause different type of diseases. Okay. So what are the exceptions? Exceptions are, first one is a single microorganism or pathogen can cause different type of disease. But Koch said that a specific microorganism can cause a specific disease. So a single microorganism can cause different type of disease. disease can be caused by different type of microorganisms. Pathogens or microorganisms. So this is the exception, and second, then the another exception is cause said that when a microorganism causing a particular disease in one person, then this microorganism can cause disease in another person. But this is wrong. You know, from the view of immunology, you know that the acquired immunity, the memory T cell, which can memorize or which can recover or which can distinguish if a antigen or a microorganism coming to our body, then it will recover, memorize it. If again this antigen coming to our body, it will take time to produce a disease. So you are suffering in influenza first time. If second time you are suffering in influenza, the pathogen which causing influenza, when coming to your body, it will take time to produce the disease, because against this disease your body has already produced antibody. So this postulate was gone wrong. That means, you know, the acquired immunity which will give you the truth about if a animal suffering in one disease, then second time if it's suffering the same disease, it will take time or it may not be happen. Okay, these are the exceptions of the cause postulates. Okay, and all the cause postulates present here. So cause postulate is given the relationship between the disease causing agent and the disease. Okay, hope you all understood this. Thank you.